Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cultural Frequency, also known as Vibe Responsibly. I don't know what just happened, y'all. I have no idea. That didn't go the way I planned, but that's okay.
You just gave me a mini heart attack. But okay,
Man,
let's move on.
I gave you a heart attack? What happened?
My heart was over here fluttering. I was like,
Why?
I got nervous. What is happening? My heart doing palpitations. Jesus, keep me.
That's what happened when you surprise your co-host, y'all. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just gonna pop this up real quick. Wow. Yeah. It'll be better next time, I promise. Yeah. Anyway. How y'all doing today? Everybody doing good?
Yeah. Now that my heart can settle back down to a normal resting pace.
You know what? I need y'all to do better. I need y'all to do all the way better. Stop it.
What is this? What are we doing? Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Let me just sit here and count.
This was going with the flow.
Oh my God. See how they do me, y'all. See how they do? We got people in the chat already. Oh my God. What's going on in the chat already?
Happy Tuesday.
Oh my goodness. Welcome in. You know what? Let me see something. Let me see who over here playing around in the chat. Who said hello? Oh, it's Cynthia. Hey, Cynthia. How you doing? We got Cynthia in the building. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, girl. All right. So, y'all know how we do. Before we dive in, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and vibing with the show. If you love what you hear and want to keep these conversations flowing, by all means, do us all a favor. Click the link below. Yes, click the link below to become a monthly subscriber for just $3. What you'll be looking for is a box that's shaking like a little crackhead. That's our Patreon link. Now, we do have tiers you can choose from with some perks if that's what you choose to do, but all I'm asking for is $3 a month. It's a small gesture that makes a big impact, helping us keep the mics hot, the vibe strong, and the culture moving forward. There's the link right there. Click that link for us, ladies and gentlemen. Just supporting us, and we appreciate you all. All right. So, of course, I got us another one, y'all. This one is called the family meeting. So whoever's here, pull up to the table. We all got to have a talk. It's time. It's time to have that talk. Yeah. It's time to have a talk. All right. So, what? Who we got in the chat? Let me see. I hear we talking about family. Oh, hey, Adrian. How you doing, girl? Y'all know how I do. I got to show y'all off. Bam.
Welcome.
There goes Adrian right there. Hey, family. How you doing? I see. Oh, I got the big bro in the building. I see you, my man. What's good, brother? So this good brother was stationed with me at one point, man. I appreciate you popping in for however long you're going to be here, brother. I appreciate your support. So let's go and hop into it, man, because this is going to be a good one. All right. So, they tell us to do it for the culture. They tell us to be twice as good just to get a seat at a table that wasn't even built for us. But lately, I've been looking around the room and I have to ask, which culture are we actually serving? Is it the one that heals us or the one that markets us? We've turned our identity into a brand and our excellence into a cage where we aren't allowed to just breathe. I talked to a brother yesterday who's tired of being a provider because no one ever asks if he's provided for. I talked to a sister who's tired of being strong because strong has become a polite word for lonely. Why does it feel like the people who are supposed to love us most are the ones we're most afraid to be honest with? We're out here performing for people who don't even know our middle names while our own relationships are starving for a bit of grace. We're fighting over business pivots versus selling out while the cancel culture within our culture is wiping everything out with no conscience. But then again, our culture itself is just exhausted. If you're tired of being a superhero, if you're wondering why it's hard to see each other without a filter, you're in the right place. This isn't just a podcast, it's a safe space. Today we're having a family meeting. No filters, no scripts, just the truth we usually only whisper about. It's time to support each other again, not as icons, not as brands, but as people. This is the family meeting you didn't know you needed, and it's time to check the pulse. So, my first question is, when we say we're doing it for the culture, are we building a community or are we just building a brand? What are we doing?
I don't think we're doing either. I think people just start saying, "Oh, I'm doing this for the culture," because it became cool. It became a hashtag. It became a tagline. It became something really popular to say. So when we look at what these people are attaching to the culture, most of the times it ain't even worthy of putting inside of our culture. And those of us who are actually doing it for the culture, that ain't what we're calling it. We're not calling it doing it for the culture. We're calling it being committed, staying true to my history. This is what we've been doing and what we've been doing all this time before doing it for the culture became popular.
I like that. Okay. What you got, baby?
I agree. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, I don't think it's for the culture because who decided that it was for the culture? So in my eyes, I feel like the people who do it, like they do it for themselves. Like nobody was in agreement to make it for the culture. And who said the culture even needed whatever it is that they was pushing out? Sometimes it just be like people just, you know what I'm saying, doing their own thing. Like, and some of the stuff, half of the stuff, over half, we don't even be needing that stuff.
So when we say the stuff and half of the stuff, like what exactly are we talking about? I don't want us to talk in in a general sense. Like what exactly are we? I want to pinpoint what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like what is it that we say when people say for the culture and it's really not? Like what is it that we're talking about here?
So for me, when I'm talking about like doing it for the culture, like the stuff that I'm talking about is like when somebody walk around with different clothes on, you know what I'm saying? Like they fighting against, maybe it's a guy with a skirt on or a dress on or nails or whatever the case may be. He may say, "Hey, I'm doing it for the culture." But who said we needed that? We never said we needed that. So that's what I mean by when people, you know what I'm saying, say that they doing stuff for the culture. Or maybe they being super assertive or super aggressive towards women or children and they say, "Hey, it's for the culture." No, it's not.
Okay, Jax, what you got? Let me hear what you
Specifically
got.
for me, I see a lot of this, we get online. Of course, social media has overtaken our worlds, it's overtaken our lives. And a lot of time we get this commentary that we label, or not we, people label doing it for the culture, and you want to attribute all of us in that when we not necessarily. I'm not with that. I'm not in agreement with that. It may be your personal opinion about how we should be approaching each other when it comes to being true to one another. Everybody has their own opinion. Don't label your opinion for the culture when, just like he said, who did you consult with this for the culture? Who like, don't give me your 1,000 and make mine yours. I may not necessarily be with that. We tend to label our culture not what we've been accustomed to this whole time, and a lot of times it deviates, like these thought processes and these meanings and these drives they be on, it deviates from what we like-minded people agree to being positive for our culture, or even attributing to anything that we're trying to do, change, grow inside of our culture. A lot of this goes against us going forward. It takes us back.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Before I get into it, I want to have my man Martinez Vanderger 6259 says it became a saying with no meaning.
That
So it's just empty.
that part.
It was an empty situation, right? As far as what they're doing. I want to go back to what Kish said about the skirt. Like, what? That's for the culture. When did that become for the culture? The nails on the finger, the painting of nails on men. How is that for the culture? I don't understand that. Like, and to me, when I hear for the culture, I agree with you, ladies. When it's always the loud voice. It's the aggressive, or excuse me, assertive voice that's always screaming for the culture, for the culture, for the culture. When once again, I will piggyback on Jax. Who did you consult with? Who did you talk to? Like, when did this become a thing for all of us that we can like literally say we agree with you? I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of the black-owned businesses that I've seen that scream for the culture, you're doing this to pad your pocket. I've seen it. Don't sell me don't sell me a t-shirt and tell me it's for the culture. Let's stop. That's not. You're not taking that money and putting it back in the community. You know you're not. And I'm not talking about everybody, but we do know that there are folks out there to be selling these shirts and selling. I mean, you could be selling food. You could be selling plates. People do it. It's not for the culture. Y'all know it. And if you just need your mortgage paid, then baby, please say that. It's okay. If your car don't need to be paid, say that. If it's just your business, say that. But don't use for the culture to get my money. And that's what I mean. Like, don't use that term to make a come up off of us. Let's not do that. If it's your business, it's just your business. And I get that. And I'm not sugarcoating and making nobody business small or making things minute for your business. But by all means, please stop using the term for the culture just to make money. It's not a good thing, especially when we believe, when things pop off. When things actually pop off in our community and we're looking for you and you sitting at home eating a turkey sandwich, drinking Shockelberry Fin Kool-Aid, like, come on, man. Where you at? Yeah, hey, I took it back, didn't I? Shockelberry Fin, y'all remember that? And this is what you're doing. Like,
Shockelberry Fin Kool-Aid.
Shockelberry
They
Fin
probably don't
Kool-Aid.
even know how to make Kool-Aid.
I'm just saying, man, for the culture, let's use it. If we're going to use that term,
Kool-Aid.
like
They don't even know what it is.
Kool-Aid, that Shockelberry Fin, baby. Y'all don't know about that. Anyway, so my next question about this is, how can we tell the difference between someone who genuinely loves the culture and someone who simply loves the profit they can make from it? How do we delineate that? How do we, get past the mask and the disguise of it all? How do we do it? Because now we're talking about community builders versus culture influencers.
I figure you could tell the difference because they can care less about the media. They can care less about profit. They can care less about who knew what they did. So if they out in the community and they helping and they doing all kinds of stuff, to me that is for the culture. Like making changes, putting up schools, and like it's so many different celebrities that do so many different things that we don't even know about. You know why? Because they not in it for profit. They not in it, you know what I'm saying, just to get acknowledgement, get likes or get shares. Like they not in it for that. They actually in it to help improve the community. So the ones that are helping improve the community, those are the ones I feel like are in it for the right reasons.
Okay. Before you go, Jax, we had a good question by our sister, Ashley Hawthorne 8041 asks, how do you pour back into the community? How? Right?
Okay.
So we're going to get back to that, Ashley. I just wanted to put that out there, and I'm going to show it again. But she actually asked another question. I want Jax to go ahead and finish. Go ahead. I don't want you to lose your thought, Jax.
I agree with Kish. And I feel like everything about enriching our culture is not financially based or driven by money. Because to be very honest with you, this right here is for the culture. We're not doing this for us. We're not doing this because we want to be seen. We want to be heard. We're doing this to reach out to a like-minded community that looks a lot like us and beyond us. That's what for the culture means to me. No, you may not be able to give $100,000 back to your community in the blink of an eye. And a lot of us understand it's going to take more than money for your communities or for our culture. But when you look at your foundation, your reasoning, and your why, it's bigger than you. The why is bigger than you. The why goes beyond you, and the why impacts people in a positive manner. And pouring back into your community, I'll touch on that question while I got a chance. You got to know what you can give to your community. That's the best way you can pour back into your own community. How can I serve my people best? How can I do what I have or with what I have to best serve my own community? Do you cook? Maybe you got some unhoused people in your community that need food. Are you cleaning out your closet and instead of taking it to Goodwill, giving it to the unhoused people who live in your area? Because I see them all the time. You see them, you know they don't have. Are you servicing? Are there youth in your community that's at risk? Are you talking to them? Are you stopping in? Are you checking on them? You just got to know how you can best give back, because all of us don't have $100,000 to throw at some organization. And
But
a lot of times, what you have in you better serves your community than money.
and I also believe too, God give us gifts. He gave us those gifts for a reason to pour back into our community. So that's important too.
Yeah. And so I'm gonna say, and Jax took the words right out of my mouth. It's not always about money. It's just not. It's not always about money because, you know, my reasoning for saying it's not about money, I was taught a long time ago, you can't keep putting money in people's hands. They're always going to come back just for the money. Whereas if you take someone who comes to you and says, hey, I'm hungry, and you go buy them something to eat, it's a little different. Right now, they may come back, they see you all the time. They may say, hey, you buy me something to eat. You may not have it then, but that's fine. But at the same time, my thought process in that and what I learned was you stop somebody from doing something that they were going to do with that money that they shouldn't be doing anyway. Like if it's a homeless person, if you know they're supposed to be eating, they're going to go out and buy liquor or they're going to go out and buy drugs. So you benefit them in that way. And so just like he said, we all have gifts. Use your gift. There is something that you have inside of you that literally someone else can benefit from. Just like Jack said, this here is for the culture. That's why I call it the cultural frequency. We are not into likes. We are not into going viral. We literally want to reach people where they need to be reached. And I say that almost every other show. That is the purpose for this. If we go viral, if we go ahead and get all the Patreon folks and we make all this money, that's cool. But guess what that money is going to do? It's going to go back in the community some way, somehow. Us three will figure out how to take that and multiply it within the community. This is not just, hey, let's get clicks. Hey, let's just get the views. No, I want people when they tune in to feel like this is home. I want people to feel like the very thing that they needed to hear, they got that. The very thing that they needed to see, they got that. Because there's somebody somewhere right now that's either been listening or listening right now for the first time. It's like, you know what? I like what they're saying. And they're going to come back. And that's what I want. I don't want you to come back because there's drama, chaos, and toxicity on all of our shows. No. I want you to come in, sit down, behave, learn something, and take that with you wherever you go. Right? Definitely behave. Please don't come in here acting crazy. You know, don't embarrass your mama now. Anyway, Martinez Vandergriff 6259 says it's an identity crisis, as in wanting, trying, or attempting to escape reality with the intent of trying to back their identity. Indeed. Literally trying to find themselves. Finding themselves and masking it as this is for the culture, which doesn't make sense
Part
to
of
me,
the
right?
problem. You don't even know who you are.
And then
That part.
we says those for the culture are immersed with the culture and doing the work. Absolutely.
I agree 100%.
They're already there. They're already
Yeah.
doing the work. They don't have to make it a public stunt. They don't have to jump on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, or anything just to post the pictures up. They are doing the work and they are walking away because it's not for everyone to see. It was for those that needed it at the moment. And that I can appreciate. Now, if it's something that you're doing that needs to be publicized, that needs to be put out to the world to say, hey, we need more people to come out, then I wholeheartedly agree with that. But if you're just doing it for the gram or doing it for social media, please, by all means, miss me with that. I would greatly appreciate it if you miss me with it. All right. So once, it's easy to perform for the culture when the cameras are on. But what happens when the pressure of representing the culture becomes overwhelming? Has the idea of Black excellence turned into a cage where we feel like we just can't be human?
I don't feel like it's turned into a cage. I feel like sometimes pressure is real. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
And all of us, people of color, we already know being Black is a pressure all by itself. You come out the womb with pressure. But there is such a benefit to me in being Black. I wouldn't want to be anything else. I wouldn't want to come back in a second life and be anything than what God has already made me. So therefore, this is not pressure to me. It comes with, it's like a job. You got duties, you got rules, and you got objectives. So you know when I step out, this is what I need to be. I got to put on an example. Those of us who have children, I got to be an example to my kids. This is not pressure. This is responsibility. And when God decided to put me on this planet, he gave it to me. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to do my job.
Yeah.
All right, so I believe that the pressure only comes when you are trying to do everything alone, right? I feel like if you reach out, and actually be okay with asking for help, like the pressure won't build up and it won't be so much. And I feel like the only time people don't want to ask is when they are kind of being selfish, to be honest. Because if it's for the people and it's for the community, like you want to get all hands on deck to be able to help you to get out what you need to get. So that's how I feel. I just think, what I'm saying, like everybody needs to help everybody. And then that way the pressure won't build up, because pressure causes stress and then that makes you not want to do it. Just like Jack said, like I wouldn't want to be nobody else but myself. I want to come back as myself.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, like we in a whole different era, than before. Because I'm pretty sure like in the 1900s, like, or in the 1800s, like they didn't want to be us. They didn't want to be our skin color.
Oh, facts. Yeah. Just with all the problems and issues that they've, encountered, but I even in saying that, I will wholeheartedly deep down in my soul and my spirit will say that I don't think that the number of those that didn't want to be Black is higher than the number of those that, hey, this is who I am and this is what I'm going to do and this is how I'm going to proceed in my life. Now, I do agree with that though, because that struggle was different. That struggle was completely different. And I don't want to take that away from our ancestors, but I do believe that those that were, strong and strong-willed and knowing that they had to keep pushing regardless, and more so be an example for their children, to stand 10 toes down and say, hey, okay, we're not going for this because I'm a human just like you, regardless of what my skin color is. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to touch on what both of you said, because y'all both said it in your own ways. As far as, getting out here and working on, who you are and all this good stuff. But with the concept of us having to work twice as hard to get half as much, in saying that, this is the culture that we've created, can it be too much? Because I'm trying to say it how I had it, but that's the part of it being overwhelming, right? So if we have to perform to the point where we have to do twice as much but only receive half as much, what does that do to the mental health though? Right? Because we call it grinding, we call it hustling, we call it, the no sleep culture. Because to be perfectly honest with you, we do have to work twice as hard. We do. And, for some, they get to wake up, they don't even get to brush their teeth or comb their hair. They just hop in it and it's there for them. Right? And maybe and we call it entitlement. We do. But at the same time, like how do we navigate that space when we know every single day we got to get to it? We have to. Like there's no other way, because nobody's showing up. Nobody is coming to save you. And I ain't gonna say us. Nobody's coming to save you in particular, a singular person. So we have to get up, get out, and do something. We know what our priorities, we know what our our responsibilities are, like Jack said. It's something that we have to do. We were given these things. But then as the years go by and you realize, wait a minute, I'm looking to my left and to my right. I'm doing the same amount of work. Why am I not receiving the same accolades? So then when you're doing the most, as we say, and we're doing it twice as hard, and we're receiving half as much, what does that do to us mentally?
I think it's how you wrap it. And when I say
Okay.
how you wrap it, like now that, and I can speak for y'all because we talked about this before. Now that we know that this is life, we prep our children differently for when they go outside. Our parents couldn't prep us for the twice as hard, half as much, because all they were taught was work twice as hard, get the maximum amount that you can get, and move on with what you're getting. We wrap it differently where, and it's funny we talking about this because I just had the same conversation with my daughter in reference to her track meet. We prep them to be twice as good, work twice as hard, knowing you're going to be offered half. And then on the back end, we're already in the recovery. Like, it didn't make you less.
Mhm.
It doesn't mean that you're not good enough. But you got to be ready to see and know your own worth and what you're willing to accept, because at least now we have opportunities where you might not get it over here, but you can get it over here. And I'm going to be the one in the middle helping you protect your mental. Like, it didn't mean it. You did your best. You did what you were supposed to do. I think that's what we lacked before. Like the mental cover, like, you still good. You still smart. You still capable, and you still
Mhm.
able. And the mental, us being much more mentally aware of what we need in mental health makes us better capable to address it and deal with it in a sense. Is it gonna go away? Probably not. And definitely not in the culture that we in, when everybody, including one of the doggone old girl Katanji Jackson, is considered a DEI hire compared to a man who has a doggone associate's degree, and this lady got a doctorate.
Yes.
She got a doctorate, and you called her a DEI hire?
Yes.
Twice as hard, receive half as much. That's what I'm talking about. There are
It's
spaces
women
that
like
we
her who
go ahead.
it's women like her who make me like, okay, yes, this sucks, but I'm driving because I gotta get up there. I can't let them have that. It's, for me, it turns into motivation.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
And you know what I think too, like with our parents' generation, like all they knew was to work. You know what I'm saying? Like their drive was to work, to have the money, to do all the things to take care of their family. Right? So when they had us, they pushed us to make sure that we start going to school. Like education started to be important. Like, you know what I'm saying, getting that degree. So now we pushing to work, we pushing education, and we pushing mental health on our kids to make sure that they not just working, that they're, you know what I'm saying, benefiting from all the stuff that they're doing, and they not overwhelming themselves. So I feel like it's a difference. Like, and then the next generation is gonna gather more stuff. I feel like the further we go, the more that, you know what I'm saying, we will evolve.
I like that. I like that. And going into the chat, because they in here acting up. Martinez Vandergriff says we have to do it by building our own table and only allow like-minded people to have a seat. I wholeheartedly agree. And you know how we
Kinfolk
do,
ain't
brother.
always
We
kinfolk.
you know how we do, brother. We got to stay fair and impartial. The biggest thing about bringing people to that the biggest thing about bringing people to that table is you got to make sure that they are for your table, because they can get to
Yes.
the table and figure out ways how to tear your table down because they
Flip it.
jealous of what you're doing. Then all of a sudden there's
Flip
9 other
the table.
tables doing the same thing when we could have been building that one table. It's the same thing with
Yep.
churches, right? There's a first, second Evergreen Baptist Church. There's a second Evergreen Baptist Church. There's a third Evergreen Baptist Church. There's a second Evergreen Baptist Church. Hold my mule while I cross the street church. Like, it's crazy. Why? Why are there all these churches with the same names? Because somebody decided, I want my own table. Now, I love the fact that we should have our own table. Love that. And we should have that because regardless of what we may think about, I can do it on my own or I need to make my own money. Let me tell you something. And I'm saying this from my own experience. If I had not had the skills that I have to put this podcast together, this would have cost me tens of thousands of dollars. Easily. Easily. Right? To get somebody to do graphic design, to get somebody to do video work, to get somebody to edit a video, that's a lot of money. Now, just imagine if myself, a producer, and a couple other people that came together to say, hey, I know how to do this, I know how to do this. Just as a collective, if we put our skills together, there's no ceiling. But we don't get that because we feel like we got to do it on our own. Oh, I got to get mine. Man, I can't tell nobody about. Why not? Why not? It's somebody that probably sit next to you every single day, whether it be on the bus, whether it be in an Uber, whether it be in church, whether it be at your job, that literally has the skills that you need, but you won't work with them because you know what? This one little goofy phrase, I got to get it out the mud. You're going to stay in the mud. You're going to stay in the mud because your ego and your pride won't allow you to see we can work together. We literally can work together, right? And we says we have to get out of their spaces, create our own, and truly come together. They know our power. It is time that we know. I love that. I don't think we know our power well enough. I really don't think we know our power well enough. I really don't think that we know our power to the point where we know we can walk away. That's the crazy part. It's that comfort and that content. You're getting that check. And that's what's keeping you there. Now, mind you, I'm not against anybody getting their money. Please know that. But if you go to that job every single day and you know there's somewhere else you're supposed to be, please know that's not just coming from you. That's not just coming from you. That gut feeling that you have knowing that you should be doing something with that gift that you have, that's not just you talking. I promise you it's not. And it ain't just your conscience. I'm going to tell you like this because it happened to me. That's how I ended up with the podcast. If you are not willing to let go, God will create a reason for you to be let go. I promise you that. Yes. I promise you that. If you are stalling and you won't do it, I promise you there will come a season where everything seems like it's turning on you, when nothing feels good at that job. And then all of a sudden you get let go because you weren't supposed to be there in the first place. And however long you were there, it was only a stepping stone. You got to realize that some of these places that we are, they're only stepping stones and it's time to go. So when you guys start feeling that gut feeling, start preparing yourself. Start preparing yourself for real. All right. And as we actually expounded on what he said, we have to get out of the spaces, create our own. We have to truly come together. They know our power. It's time that we know and move accordingly. Okay, you put that move accordingly in there. Yes, definitely move accordingly. All right, now look, hey, we don't do it to me. Talk your talk, King. I like that. Hey, I appreciate you, we. All right, so we got to give it up for one of our sponsors real quick. Give me a second. Does what you wear reflect who you are, or just what was on the rack? The Gents Life apparel isn't just clothing. It's intentional design, premium fabrics, custom pieces that make a statement before you ever open your mouth. Founded by designer Rob McKeever, who's been making strategic moves in fashion for years, this brand is built on a powerful message: love never fails. This is elevated everyday luxury with purpose, confidence stitched in every stream, culture, legacy, and excellence. And because you're part of the Vibe Responsibly community, when you click the link below, you'll receive 25% off your first order. All right. Don't just get dressed. Make a statement with the Gents Life Apparel. So I'm going to leave that up there for a little while so y'all can have at that. All right. All right. So, in moving on, if we can't give ourselves grace in our own homes and relationships, we definitely won't find it in the outside world. But sometimes we're hardest on the people who look like us. So why do we gatekeep our own spaces? I like that giggle. I like that giggle. Talk to me.
I literally just said this on TikTok. I made a post the other day about women on TikTok. There are so many women on TikTok that I follow, and they all do makeup, and they all do it in their own way. They're good at it. Some of them have lines, some of them don't. Some of them got lashes, some of them got this. Everybody has a space to eat. Like, just because I do what you do doesn't necessarily mean you better than me, I'm better than you, and I can't get some of the same exposure. And it's funny, all of a sudden, we talking about this. I made that post last week on a Sunday, and then I see all of a sudden these two collaborators start coming together. All of a sudden, like, oh, hey, I got you. I'm going to use your stuff. I'm going to make these videos, and I'm going to go live using your products. Everybody can eat.
Yes.
Everybody, like, look at all these makeup lines that's been around for years. Maybelline ain't worried no bit about L'Oreal. And L'Oreal got everything from makeup to hair dye.
Yes.
If they can do it, be on some of the same level playing fields, why can't we? Stay in your lane, drive your speed limit, but we driving next to each other. Long as I don't come over in your lane, we good. If I'm not elbowing you, what's the problem?
Yeah. Yeah. I want to hear what Keith say before I jump in this one.
So I'm gonna be honest. Like the problem is like nobody wants to share. That's the whole thing. Like nobody wants to share because of the simple fact they don't want somebody else making more money than them or coming up before them. Like they want to be the ones to say, I did it on my own. I didn't need nobody. Like that's a good thing. Like that's not a good thing. Like my thing is if you have a tribe or if you have support or if you collab with other people, that can make you make more money. Like I just don't understand that theory in their mind. It's like, oh, if I do it by myself, then I don't have to split this money or I don't have to share, or I don't have to do anything. No, but you are hindering yourself because while you trying to do it by yourself, you got, just like Jack said, you got Maybelline over here that probably got like 20 people on a leadership team that's making it happen. Because you know why? Because they are able to share. They are able to say, hey, if I do this and I do this, you know, would you help me over here? And they helping each other. It's about a team. There is no I in team. Like you got to work together in order to have a bigger outcome.
But you know what they saying? There's no I in team, but like Kobe said, but there's a me in there somewhere. That's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. It's just, I'm not trying to be funny, but that's exactly what's happening. I promise you that's what's happening. There's a me in there somewhere, all right? So go into the chat. We says there is no collaboration. Everyone is in competition. It's facts. Yes. And it's not just in one particular genre. It's not in a particular business. It's not in a particular thing that people are doing. It is everywhere. Mm-hmm. I need y'all pull in. I need y'all to understand this real quick. And the reason why I'm saying this because I see it all the time. And I'm not even talking about on the level that Jax was talking about, where these, you know, people are on TikTok and they're making money and they got all these followers. I'm talking about the people you know. I'm talking about the people that you can reach out to. I'm talking about the people that you've known for years. I'm talking about the people that you can see physically on a day-to-day basis. Let me explain something to you all. Ain't nobody trying to take nothing from you. Nothing. Not your job, not your brand, not your products, not your podcast, none of that. We all out here trying to make, and there's a lane for everybody. Do you know that if you just took a moment to collaborate with somebody, you have no idea who that person knows. I have no problem with bringing people on this podcast, which we're going to start doing, to interview. Ever since we started this, I've never felt like I was in competition with anybody. Never. I don't feel like I'm in competition with somebody with a podcast. I don't feel like I'm in competition with anybody without a podcast. Just don't. I feel like we are in our own lane. We're going to have our own audience, and we're going to do exactly what we want to do. Now, somebody asked me the other day, hey, man, I know you got haters. I don't know, because I don't pay attention to it. If you don't like me, that is specifically your problem. I promise you it is. And I could care less. And how you don't like me by yourself? Like, how you ain't tell me about it so I could clear the air for you? But I don't care. I don't care if I put information.
I don't like me party by yourself. It's you and
by
you
yourself.
Alone. Talk about how you don't like me.
Right.
You know what that's like? That's why I like
you don't like me.
That's like liking your own post on Facebook. Like you know how goofy you look? Stop. We can get out here and collaborate and make moves in such a way where we don't feel like we're carrying the load by ourselves. That is the whole point in collaborating. And if we get back to what it's supposed to be, why are we not bartering anymore? You can do a certain thing. Okay, cool. I need that certain thing, and I bet I got something that you need. We're not paying for it. You know why? We're paying for it, and we're not paying for it in money. We're paying for it in skills. If it doesn't cost you a thing to get online to do something for me, and I do the same, something that you don't know how to do, who lost?
Nobody.
Who lost? Nobody lost. But we are so hell bent on being, I got it out the mud, or I don't need this person, I don't like that person, not gonna work with them. Okay, cool. Nobody works at 100% all the time. You will burn out, you will get exhausted, and nobody makes it by themselves. I don't care what nobody says, I don't care how many rappers say it, nobody is self-made. There's not a soul on this earth that is self-made. Stop letting these rappers lie to you. I guarantee you, everybody that say they self-made, especially rappers, how are you self-made? Did you bring yourself in the industry?
No.
Who did you rap in front of that pushed the door open for you so you can become who you are right now?
Did you buy your own music?
Exactly. Did you open up that business without customers?
Your initials.
Did your business become successful without customers? You're not self-made. You're not. Stop feeling like that's the thing. It's not. I'm not self-made. We're not self-made. Guess what? I would love for more people to come here in the chat and so we can go back and forth. But I love the energy right now. Y'all doing the dang on thing. So understand, nobody is self-made, man. We can get this together. I promise you we can. Martinez Vandergriff, 6259 says, we're not accustomed to sharing and we have that mind mentality. It's like having to share our clothes with your siblings growing up. It's let me get mine before it's gone.
Yeah.
We got to get out of that, man. And you know what? That can stem from trauma. Now that I read what their brother just said. If you had to, just think about it. If you had to share clothes with your siblings, what does that do to you growing up? What did that do to you? Are you still feeling like it's mine? Like the kid that's grabbing all the blocks, that's mine.
Oh God, yes.
Or even what about the people who didn't have
child syndrome on an adult level? It's like only child syndrome on an adult level, or mean girl behavior.
Yes.
On a whole different scale. It's just it's explosive.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. So, okay. Where we learn and grow also shapes how we see ourselves. For many people in our community, the education experience becomes the place where identity either expands or fractures. So my question is, does your educational environment shape how safe you feel being your authentic self? Please know I'm going
God,
somewhere
yes.
with this one. I'm going somewhere with
I,
this one.
I'm
So I'll
gonna
just
beat you to it. I know I'm gonna beat you
answer
to it.
accordingly. Go ahead. I'm gonna ask again. Does your educational environment shape how safe you feel being your authentic self?
Most definitely. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like, and I'm saying this from my own personal experience. I grew up in a small town. The college in my town was a PWI. I attended it for a little while, even though majority of it was Black students. You got a mix in there, and it's not the same. Going to a HBCU now, and that was one of my things. I wanted to go to a HBCU. I wanted to be among my people. Yes, it is a totally different experience, and I feel like nowadays you gotta get it. Like our kids are not exposed to the culture like we were. They don't have half of the knowledge in itself about what our culture even looks like. You get a totally different experience going to a HBCU than you do going to a PWI. And it's different. And you walk out, I feel like honestly, you walk out with a different mindset. You need to see, it's almost like they need to see both sides. Tyler Perry did a real good thing.
Yes.
Tyler Perry put a real good little note out there for us to start hinging on and catching. Now I'm not saying that it makes one better than the other. No, it doesn't. But does it make a difference being a Black student going to a HBCU versus a PWI? Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Go ahead, baby. I'm listening.
I definitely agree with Jax. Like, it definitely makes a huge difference. Like, just learning wise, like, what you retain, like, just it makes a huge difference because, like, say for instance, like not blaming anybody or anything, but just sometimes like our families, like we shelter these kids, right? So they live in like this little bubble, where, what I'm saying, like they don't know anything about our culture. They can care less. That's why I like Tyler Perry, like how he displayed it, because what he did, it happens every single day. Where you ask a kid something about their culture and they really don't know. Like they honestly never heard about it, or they don't believe it, or they got people in their ear telling them that it's not true or changing the scenario. So I think it makes a huge difference. And I feel like I wish that it was more HBCU schools, or even a school like Jack said that was a combination, so that they can see both sides and experience both.
Okay. Well, I went to an HBCU. Went to Morris Brown College in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm going to tell you from my own experience, I wouldn't have went to a PWI. I wouldn't have went to it. I feel like I had the PWI experience sort of in high school, right? I feel like I had that already. So I wanted to see what the HBCU experience was about. And I'm here to tell you, I don't think I would have went anywhere else. Honestly, I don't believe that I would have been who I am right now. It shapes you. It definitely shapes you. The education, it goes beyond the classrooms. The education goes far beyond the classrooms. And I mean, I have been pulled to the side and had conversations with professors that I don't believe I would have had at a PWI. I have walked up on professors and wanted more knowledge, and they provided that about certain things within our culture. And if you're not ingrained, engulfed in our culture, you cannot teach me about the culture. And so the things that are not being taught in the classroom are the life teachings that every child
Life
deserves
lessons.
about our
Yes, they
culture,
deserve it. Yes.
right? And there are
The life.
things that I learned outside of textbooks and being pushed in the right direction, right? Being told to do the research, being told to, go down this way. And I've been sent to stores in Atlanta. I've been sent to different libraries in Atlanta. I've been sent to other colleges to pull information in Atlanta.
Mhm.
And it did me a world of good, honestly. I will say that depending on the type of child you are, depending on what type of person you are, the type of personality you have, just like the Tyler Perry movie, and HBCU can be a shock now. It can be a shock because
Most definitely.
you're talking about a plethora. That's my $2 SAT word of the day. A plethora of young Black individuals from different areas of life, different opinions, different mindsets, different forms of aggression. We're gonna call it that. Who have had to deal with a number of experiences and all not being good.
Yeah.
And they are all dealing with their own types of trauma. And I don't know about everybody else's HBCU experience, but within mine, there was a professor who noticed these traumas. There was a professor who noticed that there was issues with certain kids, and not in a bad way, just, picking up on the vibe, so to speak, and sat folks down. Like literally had like a council almost, and just let everybody spill their guts. People were in there crying. People were in there like literally like, I don't talk about all my stuff. And the professor was like, well, you can talk about it with me later on. This is the stuff that's needed. Now,
Yeah.
would you feel that sort of inclusion at a PWI? I don't know. I would hate to say I
No,
don't think so. Oh, there it goes. You don't
no.
get that. There's no sense of inclusion in most times in most PWIs. There is competition and networking. Where in the HBCU, there's community and family. That's what I feel is the ultimate difference from PWIs to HBCUs, right? I feel like a lot of with the PWIs, you learn how to compete in the workspace. You learn how to network in the workspace, whereas we don't necessarily feel like we have to compete. Now, I will say we do network now because we network
Mhm.
within the community and the family. Because if you mess around and you've been to school with somebody and they on that job and you see them on LinkedIn, you be like, hey, Larry, what's going on over there? Then all of a sudden you got a
It ain't
job.
even just you. That joint rolled down to your kids.
Come
Yeah.
on now.
That joint rolls down to your kids.
Especially if you know them folks in the frats and the sororities. And you ain't even got a pledge. I'm being honest with you. You ain't even got a pledge. If you know them well and they are in your network, I promise you it goes down all the time. So for me, I agree with my co-host that HBCU all the way. And I literally never ever thought about any other colleges when it was time for me to go to college. I never looked at anything outside of an HBCU. It's either I was going to Atlanta, I was going to Charlotte, I was going to Florida, or I was going to Tennessee. That's it. There was no other schools that I was looking at. But then, I ended up getting swayed in Atlanta, Freaknik. Anyway, eventually everyone reaches the moment where the dream career starts to look like a compromise. So the real question becomes, is chasing wealth selling out, or is it securing the future of your family?
I think it's a little
Because
bit of
that's it.
both.
Okay, let me hear it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think it's a little bit of both. Let me explain why. Because um, everybody wants the best for their families, right? Especially your kids. And then, just like we discussed before on one of our other episodes, like we want to give our kids something that we didn't have. In order to give them that, you got to have wealth. You got to have some type of wealth, right? But wealth don't necessarily have to be financial. Wealth could be education. It could be knowledge based, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the past. Like it could be a whole lot of things or just even opportunities. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like it just depends on what you're looking for as far as your family go or what you're trying to proceed to make that wealth happen. So I think it's a little bit of both, and I really feel like you can't have one without the other.
Mm.
I don't
Let
feel
me hear
like
what
you
you got,
gotta sell
Jax.
out to be wealthy. I agree with you that in this day and age where we live, wealth comes in a multitude of forms. It is not just money. And we want to expose our children to all the benefits and all the avenues of wealth. But me wanting more or wanting something different and wanting to create, whether it's generational wealth or whether I want to give my kid a trust fund, I don't have to sell out, because in my mind, selling out means I give up my moral character. I change my moral compass to get whatever that is over there. And one thing about me, I ain't doing it. If it don't line up, if it makes me question twice about who I was or how my parents raised me or what I know to be true about my faith when it comes to God, if I got to question that, I don't need it. And I don't need to do it, because God will give me another round of way to get it. And I don't have to be anything other than who I am to get it.
Mm.
I ain't selling
Okay.
out.
Okay. So I'm gonna say this, and it based off of based on what both of you said, and I'm gonna start this off by just pointing out something that I learned at an HBCU. Um, um, poor people, people without money, they pass on what they have. Middle income folks, they pass on education. They tell you to go to college, all this other good stuff. Folks with money, rich to wealthy, networking. They don't always talk about school. If my kid can design a website, and I'm talking about from a wealthy standpoint, if my kid can design a website, your kid is starting a fashion clothing line, let's put the two kids together and let's see what happens. That's what they do, right? So, as far as selling out, which never would do. Once again, the moral compass, I just couldn't. We have to understand who's saying you're selling out. We have to understand who's saying, oh, you're bougie. Please let us understand where this is coming from. This is particularly coming from people that want to be you. They want what you have, but they don't know how to say that. It's always somebody that's saying you're a sellout, you're bougie, you're doing, and it's someone
And
that
they
doesn't
don't know how
have
to
what you
ask you how
have,
you got it.
and they
Mm-hmm.
don't have what you have. Realize where this is coming from. That's why when you hear stuff like, "Oh, you're bougie," "Oh, you're selling out," according to who?
Right.
Like
And what's the definition
you're
of
not going,
selling out?
you're not, you're not going to shame me into being stuck in the struggle. You're
Right.
not going to shame me into that. You're going to shame me into a
Shame into
struggle when
being
I've worked
poor.
hard. I'm a sellout because I worked hard. I'm bougie because I like nice things. I'm sorry that you don't you don't like stuff. That's fine. I'm sorry that you're still using, tissue for paper towel. I'm sorry. They ain't got nothing to do with me. They ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm sorry that you still using Dawn dish soap for a couple reasons.
Bubble
The Dawn
bath.
dish soap is the Dawn dish soap is used for three things: the bubble bath, the hand soap, and the wash the dishes. I'm sorry if I got three different things for that. You're not gonna
Ready
shame
man
me
for.
into the struggle. What? Are you serious? I'm bougie because I got a hand towel, I got a face cloth, and I got a regular towel to wipe my body with. I'm sorry. When is that bougie? They sell it in the stores. Okay, let's me say this. If you want to wipe your face with the same towel you wipe your ass with, just say that. Just say that. I don't. I don't. I ain't supposed to come out the shower with my face smelling like booty hole. It's not supposed to happen. The towel that I use for my face and the towel that I use for my ass is completely different.
Stop.
But I'm bougie because I got all these towels. Right?
I'm bougie
You
because I don't want acne
nasty.
on my face.
I'm bougie, but you smell like booty. How about that?
I'm bougie because I won't get it. Oh God, stop. Stop.
But
Stop.
see, like,
Stop.
I want y'all to see exactly. I just want y'all to see exactly where this is coming from. It's coming from a place of where people don't understand what you're doing and they don't know how to ask you how and why you're doing it.
Yeah.
I agree with you
So
1,000%.
just take notice of who's saying it. You telling me
Yeah.
I'm bougie because I go on a trip every year with my family. I'm sorry. What? I work hard. I don't want to stay in the house that I want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm bougie because
I upgraded. I upgraded.
I'm bougie because every time you see me, I got a different pair of sneakers on. I'm sorry. What?
Right. What's wrong with that?
What's the, if you okay, let me if you're jealous, just say that. It's okay. If you're jealous, just say that.
If you ain't got it, just say that.
That
Or
part.
if you've never been taught, say that.
Please.
Either one of those three will work.
But
Let
don't
me
tell
give
me
you a
I'm
fourth one. If you want me to show you or tell you the knowledge, just say that.
Yeah.
I can help you. I don't mind. I'm not gatekeeping.
That part.
come on now. Exactly. And listen, I'm gonna end that segment with don't call me bougie because you want your face to smell like booty. It's all right. It's okay.
Dude,
Hmm?
you did just say that. I don't have to ask. You just said that.
I did.
Ooh.
So with
Okay.
that being said, yeah. What does real support look like between black men and women when the outside world is already heavy? What does it look like?
What does it look
does that
like, or what should it look like?
However you want to answer. You can
Because
remix
what
the
it looks
question.
like,
Mhm.
what it looks like right now is mean
Mhm.
girl behavior between grown adults, because you have women
Ooh.
competing amongst other women for God knows what, whether it's about a
Ooh.
man, whether it's about a brag, whether it's about between
Ooh.
my kid gonna be better than your kid. Like,
Ooh.
that's what it looks like now in unhealthy spaces. And if you don't have the gall or the understanding to create boundaries, you get stuck in that cycle. What it should look like is, I support you in whatever you got going on, whether we doing the same thing, whether you selling hair, I'm selling hair, you braiding, I'm braiding. We gonna all braid and get all these heads together. I'm gonna support your son in basketball. You can support mine when they play against each other. I'm gonna root for mine, you root for yours, and we ain't fighting when it's over. That's what it should look like. It should look like we support healthy relationships. I want you to be married the same way you want me to be married. I ain't dipping and dabbing in your house, telling your business to Sharonda across the street, telling her, "Ooh,
Ooh, not
girl, they
Sharonda.
about to fight and they breaking up." Like, we come together collectively to make the environment and the whole, make it better as a whole. I'm gonna support you. You gonna support me, and when we disagree, we just gonna agree to disagree.
And move on.
All right.
We ain't gotta fall out.
Well, go ahead, Keisha. I don't even know what to say. Come on.
No, I 1,000% agree with Jax, because like the
Needed.
mean girl behavior for me is zero tolerance. My thing is, I am a firm believer in fixing somebody's crown, whether it be a king or a queen, no matter who the person is. Like, you show up for them as if you want them to show up for you. Like, you talking about, just like Jack said, like, I'm coming to you and you supposed to be my person that I confide in, and you telling Sue, John, and Benedict about what's going on. And then instead of helping me, especially when you have the knowledge to help me, like, you won't even help me. You will see my crown about to fall off and roll down the street, but you gonna wait till it roll down the street and then you gonna kick it.
They gonna pluck it off. They not gonna watch it roll. They gonna go,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna watch it roll in the sewer drain.
And I feel like it's both sexes. Like it's not just one. Like it's both, because the guys do the same thing to the guys. The women do the same thing to the women. Like I really have zero tolerance for that mean girl stuff. For me, it's oh, you talking about me, and then I find out that you talking about me, right? And then now I'm upset, but now you're upset because I'm upset. That makes no sense to me at all, because we wouldn't even be here if we was real supporters, if we was supporting each other. We wouldn't be in this space. We could get so far if we actually work together. If when your support really showed up, it shows up and shows out. Like if we actually come back together, go at war together, and not just being separate or when it's convenient for whoever is involved.
Mm.
Yeah, we took your soapbox. We took it. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we took it.
normally I'm on the soapbox.
We took your soapbox.
All right, so I'm I'm just gonna okay, so I'm just gonna do the whole advocacy gap thing, the advocacy gap, right? Men advocating for women in spaces they may not yet have access to, and women protecting the emotional peace of men. That's what I got. I think we need to get there, right? I think it starts at the lowest level. I honestly believe and agree with my co-host completely, 1000%. I didn't even get a chance to jump on my soapbox. I think if I get on mine now, it's just gonna be horrible. So I let them have that space.
We did it.
So
we got you.
You did.
We got you.
And I appreciate y'all. All right. So with that being said, man, just men, black men in particular, I want us to start advocating for our women. And when I say advocating for our women, I mean those that are seriously making strides. And for those that are not making strides, pull them up. Because sometimes people just need a stern talking to. Some people need to be led. Some people need to be shown which way to go. Stop turning your back on these women. Our women. Stop. Stop watching these women go through things and then just turning your head. Stop. The greatest thing that could have happened that could put all of us on notice is social media and watching black women go through things in this world and not one man around says something or does something. Phones up. Not, hey, stop. What are you doing? Let her go. What's wrong with y'all? None of that. Phones up. You went viral. Beautiful. Good for you. Now that sister has years of trauma she has to deal with. Because the only thing she saw in the black men around her while she was going through that trauma was y'all was holding y'all phones. That's all she saw. Nobody came to her rescue. Nobody said, hey, cut it out. Nothing. You just watched it. Regardless of what it is. I'm not even going to paint the picture of what it is. I'm not going to paint no horrible story. Whatever it was, you watched it. You recorded it. And that's all you did. I just watched the video, which was so dope to me. And y'all probably going to be like, dang, man, dope to me. There was this guy who was running around in the street, just running into women, like running into them and like doing stupid stuff. Just, he may have had a mental health issue. But this woman was walking with her daughter, and the man walked up and pushed the daughter. Now the woman turned around and was going after the man. But before she could get there, boy, this brother reached out with the hand of God and knocked him smooth on his behind. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. If I'm outside and I catch you putting your hands on the wall,
please protect me and mine.
whatever wall we are next to, I'm going to do my best to drive you through that wall. I'm going to do my very best. And I'm talking about at full speed. And I'm not a little dude by no means. May not look like it on this camera, but I'm not a little dude by any means. I promise you, I will drive you through a wall. And I won't think about you. I will walk off with that woman. I will ask if she's okay. And we will walk away. No problems. Now, in the event, hold on now, there's a caveat. Now, in the event that this is a lover's quarrel, oh, baby, I'm gonna be like, hey, y'all cut it out now. Y'all stop. But listen, I don't get in between them lovers quarrels. I don't do that because I don't know the full story. I don't. But if you beating on that woman, I gotta stop.
It's out of married folk business.
What?
It's out of married folk business.
Listen, listen, I will not be. What I won't be is a crime of passion. You won't do that to me. I promise you that. So, gotta figure that out. And in the same token, you know, I joke and I play, but women protecting the emotional peace of men. Be that man's peace. Please. Be that man's peace. By all means. We is we. Who are you? Somebody says, I appreciate you, King, and then typed Kesh as like your name. Like Kish. Who is we is we? I know this person. I got to. Because there's no way. Is this? Anyway, we're going to figure that out. I probably worked with this person at some. I feel like this is somebody I worked with at Fort Stewart in Georgia. Because there's only one person I call Kish, Fort Stewart in Georgia. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so. What? What'd you say?
I don't know if you worked with or remember. She's still active duty. It's Akeisha from Fort Belvoir. Could be her. Don't know.
No. That's no. I remember that one. This is sis. This is my sister. So I got a story for y'all now. Now that I know who this is, I got a story for y'all. This is Mama Kish. This ain't Sis Kish. This is Mama Kish. So I'll just say we got into a scuffle with the Navy folks in Cuba, right? We all, to include her husband, right? And yeah. It was big. It was huge. MPs came out and everything. Like we was okay. So we ended up in the first sergeant in the commander's office, right? And all the fellas are there that was in this scuffle. All of a sudden, Mama Kish comes around the corner. And what the hell was y'all doing? And then when I say she laid into all of us and looked me square in the face and, Rich, what the you doing out here? I said, oh, Lord. All right. Okay, look, she talking about don't do it.
They earned it. I know you did. You earned it.
Let me tell you something.
I've heard Guantanamo Bay stories.
Listen, that ain't just sis. That's Mama Kish right there, man. Cause when I say she put us properly in our place that evening, man. Oh my God. Called us everything but children of God. She talking about I'm still mad.
That means y'all was really wild.
It was, you know, I'll tell y'all the story after we cut this camera, but it was it was something. But I tell you what we wasn't gonna do, we wasn't gonna let her husband, our brother, get out there and get jumped. That's what we wasn't gonna do. Let me tell you something. And I was the first one to jump in the crowd. What's going on? What we doing? No, stop. No, I did though. I jumped out the van.
Terrible.
Jumped smooth out the van. I was like, yo,
terrible.
That's Kev. Nah, wasn't gonna happen.
Terrible.
Anyway, before we get out of here, I want you all to think about one thing. Legacy isn't what you buy, it's what you protect. We live in a world that wants the rhythm, but not our blues. They want the vibe, but not the responsibility that comes with it. If we don't start holding ourselves and our leaders accountable, we're going to wake up in a world where our culture is just a costume everyone else is wearing. Be excellent if you want to, but be human because you have to. Before you turn off this episode and head back into the world, I want you to leave with 4 questions to carry in your spirit. Don't answer them for me. Answer them for yourselves. As far as excellence goes, if you stripped away your titles, your hustle, and your grind, would you still feel worthy of the space you take up in the world? As far as support, are you actually strong, or have you just become an expert at being lonely because you're afraid to ask for help? As far as connection, Who in your life is allowed to see you without your representative, the version of you that has it all together? And as far as the culture, are you building a legacy that will outlive you, or are you just performing for a crowd that will forget you the moment the vibe changes? Think on that, truly. Because the culture doesn't need more performers. It needs more people who are whole. Please, 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 y'all. Take heed. Okay? And y'all know where we are in the show. We have reached that segment.
Can
I ain't even gonna get a chance to say it. Where I heard
Michael.
Go ahead, y'all. I don't even get a chance to get it out of anymore. That's crazy. All right.
One day, real soon, PMJ gonna be in a box next to one of us. I claimed
You already
it
know.
already. It's
Yes.
Hey, I'm not gonna say I'm working on it, but I'm working on it. All right.
Yeah.
I know you working on it.
Oh yeah.
I know you are.
I'm working on it. And I'm not even gonna tell y'all when it happened. I'm gonna just be like, well, click. I'm gonna click the button. He just gonna pop up. I'm working on it. So I heard my pastor say, you can't fix what you continue to fake. I'm gonna say that again. You cannot fix what you continue to fake. Ladies and gentlemen, there are certain things in this world that we can get by on. There are certain things in this world that we can skate by on. But I'm going to tell you right now, you should not, I'm not going to say cannot, you should not pray one thing and then live your life a different way. There is responsibility in your prayers. When you pray for a certain thing, move like that.
Mm-hmm.
If you want that house, go down that street. Pray on that house. Okay? If you want to move, start packing. With all that being said, don't feel like you got to fake it until you make it. In order to heal what's going on, you have to face it. You have to face it. There is no, oh, I'm not going to tell anybody about it. Oh, I'll be all right. Da, da, da. And then all of a sudden, you down, trodden, can't do anything for yourself. When the whole time the man upstairs has been sending you people and things to become exactly who you need to be and to give you the fix that you've been looking for. You can't heal what you fake. Stop pretending you're okay when you're not. Stop feeling like you have to portray this certain image because that's what people are used to from you. It's okay to pray for the things. It's not okay to act like you're not okay. There are people around you that love you, that would love to see you healed, that would love to see you in a better place. If they don't know what's going on, they cannot help you. Help them help you. There are people in your life that have been sent there for a reason. Some for a season, we know that. But those that are there for a reason, allow them to be exactly what they're supposed to be in your life. And everything will change. And I'm speaking from my own experience. Please. Okay? And I say that because I still have about 10 to 12 people that want to punch me in the face. All right.
We don't want to punch you in the face. Nobody want to punch you in the face.
Boy, when I tell you,
we want to pluck your nose and give you one of them across the back of your head, but we don't want to punch you in the face. We can't be messing up your face. You still got to go to work.
Ain't nobody said I had to go to work whole. I just got to go to work.
We don't need you. We don't need nobody walking up to you at your job. So, hey, can you explain that black guy? What? Hey, can you step into my office?
Look, I say sure I can explain it. Look, I say sure I can explain it. Now you got one. Now we both got black eyes. You know, you explain it. Now we twins.
You can't be pushing people. You can't be punching them people at that job.
I'm gonna do why? I want to be like.
You gotta keep
I want
to.
to. I want to be like the YNs. Hey, twin. What's going on, twin? I want to do that. I can't. No. All right, my bad, y'all. My bad. That was too far. Okay,
Do you see my face?
I see your
you
face.
You a unk.
I'm gonna stop.
You a
yes,
unk.
but hey,
you a unk.
If I hit somebody in the face, I got a twin. So with that being said, look, Paris says, we don't want to punch you. Besides, I can't reach your face. I'm not doing that with you, Paris, because that was a joke in itself. I'm gonna let that go.
Yeah. She put her own. She did it herself. Nobody. Never mind. Okay.
So with that being said, I want to start something new, and I know it's gonna be a little. I wouldn't say it's messy, but I want to start something new for we do a lot of deep-hearted and hearty shows. I want to do something, and I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna put the email up there, right? Why the email is up there? I want to do something called Confessions of a Vibe Killer. I don't want y'all to come up here and state what you did and how you did, because I don't want your face up here, and I don't want nobody to recognize your voices. But what I do want you to do, I want you to email that email right there with something you may have done to somebody, with something that you did that could have been considered, oh my God, why would they do that? And I want to read it on the show. And I want to see what the people in the chat, I want to see what the audience thinks. I want to see what we think. So by all means, please email me at that email right there at the bottom. And you can label it Confessions of a Vibe Killer. You don't have to give me your name. You ain't got to give me your address. Hide the names of the people that are in the story. But I would love to read it on the show. All right.
And we're going to do that be like this segment that was in the newspaper where they be where the people be writing in to the and they had a little lady picture who wrote all the letters, and then she go get them the advice down at the bottom.
Why not? What
I want that. Call that? I'm gonna find me a newspaper. Oh my word. Okay.
I don't know what they called it, but by all means,
exactly what it was.
By
Dear
all means,
Abby. That's what
Dear
it was called.
Abby. That's right.
Yes,
that's what it was called. Dear Abby.
That's right. This one is called Confessions of a Vibe Killer. Y'all go ahead. You see the email.
Dear GL.
No, dear GL. Just Confessions of a Vibe Killer. So, no, ma'am. So, I would love to bring you up to talk, but I thought about that. I don't want nobody to recognize your face, and I don't need nobody to recognize your voice. Please, by all means, email us, and I'm going to read it live on the show, and we're going to talk about it. So I want to do something a little lighthearted. And we're going to do a little more lighthearted things from here and there, but, we get really, really deep, and I want to give our viewers, that little, give them something else from time to time. So with all that being said, we want to thank you all for tuning in. Please, 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 by all means, when you get the chance, see that link right there? Click the link below. If you love what you heard and you're vibing with us, by all means, please click the link and subscribe for only $3. And please know that this link is only available by the time I wake up tomorrow morning. I won't take it down. Right? Because it's only available for the live, and I give it a few hours for people to come through and check it out. Right? So click. It's only $3 a month. It keeps the vibes going, the mics hot, and the culture moving forward. All right. Also, if you missed this link and you have to subscribe some other kind of way, we all have it in our bios. Right? So, Dope Queen, where can they find you?
You can find me where you see that on Instagram and TikTok, Dope Queen _786. It's right there. It's right there. Just how it's spelled right there.
And that's how you spell dope, y'all. All right. I'm not letting that go. Somebody spelled dope wrong, and I will not let it go. Because how else do you spell dope? Slow cooker. Anyway, Kish, where can they find you, girl?
Hi. Well, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at 313_Kish. And y'all see how you spell Kish. There is no E in Kish. Thank you.
Kish.
There's no E in her Kish.
There's no E in her Kish. All right. Kish. Not Kish. Kish. All right. Okay. And you can find me in the club. Anyway, you can find me at GL_Richardson on TikTok, Instagram, GL Richardson, all one word, on Facebook. All right. Hey, click the link in each and every one of our bios. You'll see the Patreon link. Actually, a whole bunch of things will pop up. Right up under my face, you'll see a box that's shaking like a little crackhead. Click it. You'll see all the Patreon links. Biggest thing about that is you can actually get some merch from us, but it depends on which tier you choose. We're just asking for $3 a month in here. When this link actually goes away, it's going to be $5 a month from here on out. So every Tuesday, you get a chance to subscribe for $3 a month. On days beyond that, it's going to be $5 a month and up. But if you go in there and you see something that you like as far as the merch, you're able to, come up on the panel. You're able to give us ideas for shows and episodes. Then by all means, you can pay for those. I'm not pushing anybody to do anything outside of the $3 or $5. I promise you I'm not. But if you feel compelled to do more, by all means, I appreciate it. All right. All right. And once again, here is that link to subscribe for $3. It's up to you. All right. All right. And with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. God bless and good night. Yes, I took the Russell Simmons approach. And you know what? Like as always, we out.
I'm coming in hot, but I just wanted to know what club I was gonna find you in.
What?
What club I'm gonna find
Did
you
you
in?
just stop the music?
I had a question. I just wanted to know what
This
club
is
I
my
was gonna find
dance
you in.
outro, man. I'm about to go. I'm about to stop this right now.
I'm coming in hot. Yeah, I messed it up.
It don't feel the
Answer my
same.
question. What club am I gonna find you in?
Goodbye.